Hello Year 3 and welcome to your flipped classroom learning video for this week. This week in Maths we will be continuing to learn about fractions. Let's learn our key vocabulary using my turn, your turn. Denominator, 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 numerator, 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 half, 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 quarter, 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 third, 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 whole, 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 equal, 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 unequal, 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 equivalent fractions, equivalent fractions, equivalent fractions. Now we are going to explore a little bit more what this means. There will also be some questions that you can have a go at that recap our learning that you did whilst you were working at home. Let's think about our key vocabulary. The denominator is the bottom number and says how many equal parts the whole is divided into. Equivalent is meaning the same or equal. Fraction, how many parts of a whole. Numerator, the top number says how many parts of the whole we have. Non-unit fraction, when the numerator is greater than 1. For example, 2 quarters. Unit fraction, a fraction where the numerator is 1. For example, 1 quarter, 1 half. Can you think of another example of a unit fraction? Let's think about how we would recognise and write fractions. All these shapes are split into equal parts. We can represent these as fractions. The numerator is how many parts of the whole we have. The denominator is how many parts the whole has been split into. These are unit fractions because the numerator is 1. What fraction of the counters are red? This is a non-unit fraction, as the numerator is now greater than 1. The numerator tells us how many red counters there are. There are 2 red counters. The denominator tells us how many circles there are altogether. There are 5 circles altogether. The fraction is 2/5. Let's learn about equivalent fractions. What fractions are shown in the diagram? In the first diagram, 1/2 is shown. In the second diagram, 2 quarters are shown. Did you notice that they are equivalent, so they are worth the same? Finding a fraction of a quantity. Finding a half. How could we circle half of the cakes? We could add up how many we have in total. Then we could share them into equal parts. How many are in each group? Can you write the fraction of cakes in each group for me? Half of 6 is 3. Finding a quarter. Alex sells 1 quarter of his cars. How many cars has he sold? The first thing we need to do is think about how many cars he has in total. Then we need to share them into equal groups. How many are in each part? Can you work out how many cars Alex sold? Alex sold 3 cars because if we share 12 into 4 groups, we have 3 in each group. Finding a third. Can you challenge yourself to find a third? What do you think you have to do? Your challenge is to find a third of the teddies. Pause the video and have a go at doing this for me. Then have a go at the next challenge. 1/3 of something equals 5. How could we imagine a third? What does 2/3 represent? What about 3/3? What is the total? Have a go at solving the challenge questions. You could bring this in and show to your teacher. We will see you in school on Monday. Bye.